So, you want to be that student. The student that gets straight A's, aces every class, super confident, can talk to anyone, has this signature personal style, eats well, sleeps well, takes care of themselves, and most importantly, has direction and purpose in their life. Embodying the energy of that student was the best thing I have done for my life and my education, and after this video, it's going to be yours too. Tip number 1. What a lot of people get wrong about being that student is they think it's all about the aesthetics, the looks, or even about the grades. Yeah, sure, all those things are important, but they don't come out of nowhere. What causes all of these things is a mindset. We all encounter problems, whether you're that student or not. That's life. What makes that student different to everyone else is their ability to bounce back from their struggles. This ability comes from a deeply ingrained mindset. Whether they're aware of it or not, every single person who is that student believes this: struggle is temporary, but victory is forever. For example, I struggled a lot when I was in year 10 and 11 studying for my GCSEs. There were many days where I wanted to give up, quit, or just do the absolute bare minimum to pass. But I realised that after I get these grades that I want, I'll never have to study for my GCSEs ever again. But I would always remember the grades that I got and always have this feeling of pride and victory after conquering the exam. The GCSE struggle was temporary, but the pride and victory I feel after working so hard is forever. All good and bad things will eventually come to an end. That is the nature of life. But you will always have the memory of what you did or didn't do, how that worked out for you, and what you did as a result. Do you want that to be a memory filled with regret or a memory filled with pride? Tip number 2. There is a reason why that student always looks put together. It's not because they're vain or self-centered, it's because they know how the world works. Wouldn't it be great if we lived in a society where looks didn't matter, where everyone was treated the same regardless of what they looked like? The truth is, we don't. You will always be perceived differently because of your looks or appearance. That student knows this, owns this, and manipulates this to their advantage. For example, would you wear sweats and joggers to a corporate job interview? No, you wouldn't. Because you know you're not going to be perceived the way you want to be perceived. Putting effort into your appearance is the perfect way to mold the way people see you. It's about putting your best foot forward in school, in interviews to get into a school or into a job, and in life in general. I'm not saying you have to look like a runway model every day to go to school, but that would be cool. But I am saying you've got to take care of yourself. It's also a psychological thing. It's as much about the way you see yourself as the way others see you. When you get ready in the morning and put your best foot forward, you're more likely to feel ready for your day and like you can take on the challenges it brings. The most important thing is to look clean, have good hygiene, and wear clothes that make you feel good. If you want to take it to the next level, we can start talking about aesthetics. I'm still trying to find my own style, but coming up with your own unique smile makes you look even more put together and subconsciously gives the impression that you might have your life together too. It could be from the general cohesion of an outfit to the finer details like the jewelry you're wearing. You may be wondering where the jewelry piece I'm wearing now comes from. It's from the sponsor of today's video, LUISA. You want something clean, you want something elegant, LUISA is the way to go. They make the most beautiful put together pieces starting from only $39. I chose this heart-shaped silver pendant because it just makes me feel like that girl. It makes me feel like that student. It's so versatile, I can literally wear this with any outfit and just slip it on top for a cute and classy look. I like silver and my mum likes gold, so I got her the gold version of this pendant. The camera just does not do it justice, guys. It looks even better in real life. And now on Christmas, we're going to be twinning rocking these elegant pieces. Ana Luisa has everything from necklaces to earrings to rings and bracelets. This is a company that not only cares about your style, but also cares about the environment. You can feel good buying this jewelry knowing that it is both cute and carbon neutral. You ever get a jewelry piece and it just ruins instantly the second it touches water? That does not happen here. In fact, the creators are so confident that's not going to happen that you get a 2-year warranty that comes for the jewelry when you buy it. If you've got a mum that loves jewelry, friends that love jewelry, family members who love jewelry, this could be an amazing Christmas present to give, which is even better because there is a huge holiday sale right now for Ana Luisa where you can buy these gifts at a discounted price. You can access the holiday sale to get 20 to 30% off by clicking the link in my description. Again, you can get a whole 20 to 30% off already affordable, quality, environmentally friendly jewelry by clicking the link in my description box. What are you waiting for? Tip number 3. That student is confident enough to talk to anyone, whether they're a student, a teacher, or someone you don't even like. And they understand the importance in being able to talk to anyone. If you get social anxiety, which I still get by the way, our problem isn't necessarily with other people. Our problem is with ourselves. We think about ourselves way too much. Do they like me? Am I talking too much? Am I not talking enough? What if they think I'm lame? What if they can see how nervous I am? Honey, a conversation takes 2 people. You are not the only person here. We put way too much importance on ourselves. Nobody is thinking about you that deeply. Everyone is engrossed with their own lives and with their own problems. Instead of asking yourself, do they like me? You got to start asking yourself, do I like them? Put the focus back onto the other person. That student can talk to anyone because they're genuinely interested and curious about other human beings. They are not overly engrossed in themselves. They want to get to know people. They want to know all the little quirks and intricacies of the person they're talking to because they love people. They love getting into the psychology of another person. They find people interesting and they love connection. There's so much to talk about with social anxiety, and lucky for you, I have already done an entire video on it, which I will link here. But for the sake of this video, I'll say just one more thing about it. You are just as powerful as your network and your ability to communicate. How do you get a job? How do you get into a school? A lot of the times, it is your network and your ability to communicate. For example, that student never has beef with any teachers, even teachers they may not necessarily like. Why? Not only is it good to just be a nice person, but also because you don't know whether that teacher is going to be writing your reference, your letters of recommendations. Of course, teachers should be unbiased, but they're not. They're human beings. Be nice to them. Be respectful. Stop being silly and use your network to your advantage. Tip number 4. That student is always failing. Let me explain. The only difference between someone who is and isn't that student is their failure tolerance, meaning how okay are you with failure? How much do you care about failing? At what point does it break your self-esteem and you stop trying? For example, I've been growing rapidly on YouTube the past few months, and you may look at me and go, wow, overnight success. But really, I've been experimenting on YouTube on different accounts for years now. The first few years, I barely got any attention. I failed a lot, and I failed publicly. Anyone that knew me in real life and wanted to see how awful my channel was doing could easily find it. But I didn't mind. I knew that failure was a part of the process, and I used it as an opportunity to find my weaknesses, work on them, and here I am today speaking to you. The same thing applies to literally any section of your life. Making friends, academics, things are not going to be handed to you on a silver platter. You must fail, and you must fail regularly if you wish to make progress in life. You ever look back at older phases of your life and cringe? That's actually a really good sign that you've grown. You're no longer like that. You changed, and that student also goes through this process of change, but even more rapidly than the average person. Why? Because they are extremely comfortable with failure and learning from said failure. Tip number 5. That student has purpose and direction in their life because they know that they are the biggest investment. One thing you will literally never regret in your life is pouring energy into yourself. Even if you don't know what job you want to do in the future or what you'll end up doing for a living, I am telling you that if you invest in your health, if you invest in your knowledge and your appearance, that can never backfire. It can only end up helping you in the future. That student doesn't just see what's in front of them. They see the bigger picture. Even if they don't have all of the exact details of the big picture planned out, they know that everything they do this year can end up helping or hindering them next year. Everything they do today can end up helping them or hindering them tomorrow. Imagine you're a car. If you fill up a car with horrible, low quality fuel by not taking care of your health, how can you expect yourself to go 100 miles per hour a day? If you fill up the car with high quality, sustainable fuel by taking care of yourself, then you can expect yourself to go turbo crazy and get the 100 miles per hour done. That student eats well, sleeps well, socializes, puts themselves out there because they know that if they fill themselves up with love and care, they will be able to push out that love and care to the world around them. Tip number 6. That student has the audacity. The reason why I am here making this video for you to see it is because at some point I decided enough was enough, and I had the audacity to post my first video onto YouTube. I got into my dream sixth form because I had the audacity to apply to it. I got straight A's in my GCSEs because I had the audacity to aim that high and to actually try. Sometimes I feel like a part of ourselves is waiting for confirmation that we should be that ambitious, that we should talk to that group of people, that we should sign up for that club or go study. But all we are doing is delaying our successes. If you don't sign up for that club, somebody else will. If you don't talk to that group, somebody else will. If you don't set those ambitions and achieve them, somebody else will, simply because they had the audacity to start. And you'll be stuck in the same place wondering why you never started. This video is your sign to do that thing that you've been putting off and to just have the audacity to start. There are people out there that are dumber than you, that are doing better than you. Why? Because they had the audacity to start. If you're looking to get even smarter, this video would be a great way to start. But if you're looking to socialize even better, this video would be a great way to start too. And if you'd like to start with appearance, remember you can get your discounted LUISA jewelry with the link in my description. Stay smart and stay gorgeous, my friends.